Hey guys, Valerie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I am going to share with you my job working in aged care as a care staff or a nursing assistant. Let's go! Sa Pilipinas, ang tawag natin sa job na ito is caregiver. But here in Brisbane, it's called assistant in nursing, nursing assistant, care staff. Ang dami niyang terms, ang dami niyang pangalan, but I'm gonna tell you, hindi ito madaling job. It could be physically demanding and emotionally taxing. It's a lot. It's hard, it's heavy, but if you have the heart for this job, it's fulfilling. So, sa workload, depende siya by setting. Kasi, yung pagiging care staff, hindi lang siya sa aged care. It's just one of the settings, guys. It could also be like in a hospital, home care, yung sa community, and clinics or even rehab centers. However, I am going to focus sa aged care na setting, sa aged care na facility, kasi ito yung job ko. And if you've been watching my vlogs, if you've been following me, subscribing on my YouTube channel, you know na everything I share here, my experience, yung journey ko dito sa Australia. Pag sinabing nursing assistant, pag sinabing caregiver, hindi lang po yan nagtatapos sa pag-assist ng residents in, the activities of daily living. Hindi yan nagtatapos sa pagligo, pagbihis, or even toileting. If you're a nursing assistant, you are also part of the cleaning team, housekeeping, you are a waiter, you are a server. So, ang dami niyang scope. Yes, sa facility namin, of course, may mga kitchen staffs kami, may cleaning staffs, but in terms of direct to the residents, job yan ng isang nursing assistant. So, changing the linen sa bed, job yan ng isang nursing assistant. If ever sa toilet, may accident yung resident, job yan ng nursing assistant na linisin yung mga trash cans inside the room. So, whatever is inside the room, except sa pag-vacuum ng floor, job yan ng nursing assistant. Sometimes, nag-a-arrange pa ako ng mga damit sa cupboard, sa cabinet. Sometimes, nagki-clean pa ako ng resident fridge. So, any minimal na direct to the resident na nasa loob ng room ng resident, kung kayang gawin ng isang nursing assistant, gagawin mo yan. But for anything like nasira yung blinds, yan, may mga maintenance staff kami. Pag yung wifi, yung related sa electricity, meron kaming specific people for that. But yung mga minimal jobs na inside the room na kayang gawin ng isang nursing assistant, gagawin mo yan. So, let's talk about the shifts. Sa facility, kung saan ako nagtatrabaho, marami kaming shifts. So, 3 shifts namin, major. AM shift, that's 7 AM to 3 PM. Afternoon namin is from 2 PM to 9:45. Tsaka yung night shift namin, from 9:30 ng gabi hanggang 7:30 AM. Meron kaming mga short shifts, sometimes 7 to 12, meron din 9 to 2, but sa facility ko na to, strict kami from 9 to 2. Meron din kaming mga midday shifts, that's from 9 AM to 7 PM. Ang maganda sa aged care is meron kang job 24/7. Depende sa availability mo. And of course, you can work casually, part-time, or full-time. But if you are an international student, you are only allowed to work casually or as a part-time employee. Kasi 'di ba, my work restrictions ang isang international student. So, international students here in Australia are only allowed to work 48 hours per fortnight. So, as a care staff, as a nursing assistant, yung roles ko, yung responsibility ko every shift is, of course, pag-assist ng mga residents sa activities nila of daily living. So, that's showers, grooming, toileting. Aside from that, yung mobility support. So, pag hindi na sila nakakapaglakad independently, like may wheelchair na sila, of course, mobility, yung pag-help sa pag-transfer, like from the room to the dining, or to the lounge, or to any activities na gusto nilang mag-join. So, mobility support. Syempre, feeding assistance, if they cannot feed themselves anymore, nag-a-assist ako sa pag-feed sa kanila, aside from paghahanda ng mga food nila. So, feeding assistance, part din yan ng pagiging isang nursing assistant. Meron ibang aged care facility na yung care staff, minomonitor nila yung vital signs. However, sa facility kasi namin, meron kaming enrolled nurses and meron din kaming registered nurses. So, sila lahat yung gumagawa niyan. Like, chine-check yung blood pressure. Yung role ko as a nursing assistant, pag feeling ko the resident is not feeling well, parang hindi siya okay, hindi siya like his normal or her normal self, nire-report ko yan sa nurse. So, EN or RN. So, sila na yung nag-further check ng residents. Yun lang, minimake sure ko na mare-report, madodocument para ma-hand over sa next shift or sa next nurses and ma-observe nila yung mga residents. Aside from that, yung other responsibilities ko naman as a nursing assistant, of course, maintain cleanliness and hygiene. So, yung inside the room, yung parang whatever kalat there is, talagang inaayos ko yan. Sa facility namin, meron kaming scheduled na changing of linens. So, depende yan sa resident. So, I make sure na pag-schedule nila ng linen change talaga yan. Kahit malinis pa yung linens nila or yung bed nila. However, meron ding nangyayari na pag may accident yung resident, pag nadumihan yung bed nila, change agad kahit hindi schedule. Because it's part of it. Dapat malinis, tidy at all times, and presentable. Kasi hindi natin alam, yung mga family bumibisita bigla. So, we make sure, or I make sure, na presentable talaga yung room ng resident. And as I've mentioned earlier, reporting and documentation, pag may na-observe akong kakaiba sa resident, like feeling ko, hindi ito yung normal na resident, yung behavior niya, yung parang energy niya, parang mababa compared to, yung normal self ng isang resident, nire-report ko yan sa mga nurses. Aside from that, may mga tinatawag kaming sighting chart, mga food and fluid, bowel chart, yung mga ganun. Yung sighting chart, for residents yan na madalas na fall. Kasi diba demented sila? So, feeling nila marunong pa sila maglakad, tinatry nilang bumangon from the bed, tas nahulog, nadapa, na fall. So, if, mas madalas yung pagka-fall nila, depende yan. So, chine-check namin sila every 30 minutes, every hour, or sometimes 2 hours. Depende sa resident. Also, for residents na may exiting behavior, yung feeling nila, hindi nila bahay yung aged care na facility. Yung naalala nila is bahay nila somewhere na nandun yung bahay ko, kailangan kong umuwi. May mga scenarios na ganyan. Nagtatry silang mag-exit ng facility. So, minimake sure namin na from time to time, chine-check namin sila kung saan sila. So, dino-document ko din yan. Food and fluid. So, parang if we observe something na yung resident na ito, hindi siya gaanong kumakain lately. So, china-chart namin yung food and fluid intake ng residents. So, yun yung food and fluid charting. Kung ilang mLs yung fluid intake, test yung food, ano yung kinakain, naubos ba niya, siguro, let's say for example, sa breakfast, ito yung kinain niya, porridge, prunes, yung mga ganyan. Also, kung gaano kalaki yung kinain, let's say, 1/2, 1/4, or everything. If assisted ba siya, may nag-assist ba na care staff sa isang resident para kumain at maubos niya yung food. So, yan, china-chart ko yan lahat ng isang care staff. So, yeah, yun yung mga common na documentations. Of course, bowel charting. So, kung nakapag, open ba ng bowel sa resident, kasi agitation, behavior, part yan. Pag constipated ang isang resident, well, may changes sa behavior niyan. Kasi, di ba, tayo nga, mas mga bata pa, pag hindi tayo nakakapag-open, hindi tayo nakakapag-pupo, hindi tayo komportable. So, always, every day, every shift, china-chart namin yung bowels ng resident para ma-check ng nurse kung, for example, may nag-change sa behavior ng resident. Did the resident open his bowels? Kasi baka ito yun, may ano. So, yeah, minsan na-check na mga 5 days na palang hindi nakakapag-open si resident. So, yan, ginagawa ng paraan. 3 days, ganyan. Alarming na yung 3 days. Mas mabuti na kahit isang beses lang sa isang araw nakakapag-open ng resident. Like normal people, diba? Yung tayo, gusto natin every day. Although, may mga times na nagsискip, which is normal. But pag maraming days na, talagang chine-check na nila yan ng mga nurses na bakit, tinatry na nila i-give ng medication, yun na yun. But for nursing assistants like me, yun lang yung role ko sa pag-report at pag-document per resident. Also, as a nursing assistant, I always make sure na I give my residents emotional support and social na din. So, in our facility, we have this so-called lifestyle activities. So, ito yung mga activities na ginagawa ng mga residents when they were younger. So, mga arts and crafts. Every Friday, meron kaming tinatawag na happy hour. Tas may mga concert kami. Someone who can sing Elvis Presley songs. Yun yung mga guest namin sa happy hour. So, yun yung time na residents get to socialize with other residents. Minsan, nagbe-bingo kami. May bingo. So, if they're not into bingo, di sila nag-join. But most of the residents, para hindi sila mabored, talagang pinupush namin sila to join the activity. And my exercise, my everyday exercise kami. Very common exercise like even raising their hands like this. Yung parang exercise lang, stretching. If nasa wheelchair sila, rotation lang ng paa, yung mga ganon. Try to lift your legs, ganyan. Mga simple exercise na makatulong pa din sa mobility ng mga residents. Sa emotional naman, of course, may mga residents na parang, especially pag bago pa sila, hindi pa nila matanggap, nasa aged care facility na sila, like they're used to their independence. However, with the circumstances, like deteriorating na yung eyesight, so kailangan nila ng someone na mag-a-assist sa kanila, especially if may maintenance na sila, so kailangan nilang pumasok na sa aged care, parang nadidepress sila. Kasi parang feeling nila they're really getting old, and other residents, they feel like sa aged care, yung parang magpapaalam na talaga sila sa mundo, this is it, yung ganyan. I make sure na I offer them emotional support, like it's gonna be okay. Binibisita ko sila, chine-check ko sila if they're on my floor. In our facility, we really try our best to give our residents their independence hanggat kaya nila. So, other residents na kaya pa nilang maligo mag-isa, talagang mini-make sure ko lang na they're provided with everything. Like, if they have enough towels, yung mga ganon, toilet paper, toilet rolls, soap, at least, hindi nila mafe-feel na parang may nag-iba. So, as much as possible, we give our residents their independence hanggat kaya nila. So yeah, working in aged care, it's physically demanding. So there's a lot of movements, lots of lifting, lots of assistance with mobility. It could also be emotionally taxing, you know, caring for elderly. It takes a lot of patience. Meron talagang mga residents na grabe na yung dementia nila. So you have to be very patient. That understanding na if may behavior man sila na ganito, of course, sometimes may grabe, but you have to understand na they're also struggling. So, whatever emotional support I can give them, talagang binibigay ko sa kanila. It could also be a challenge if understaffed kayo, like hindi natin maiiwasan na may mga employees talaga, may other staffs talaga na nagko-call in sick kasi nagkakasakit, or like their family members, their kids nagkakasakit, kailangan nila magstay sa bahay. So, naaapektuhan din kung gaano ka-busy yung floor or yung facility pag understaffed kami. Most of the times, we manage multiple residents at once. So, for example, nag-toilet si resident A, pero kailangan kong i-transfer si resident B sa wheelchair niya para makasit na siya. So, while si resident A is nasa CR or nasa toilet, sasabihin lang namin na, buzz when you are ready, may pupuntahan lang kaming iba, tas babalik kami sa'yo pag ready ka na, pagtapos ka na sa toilet. So, yan. It's a lot of multitasking. So, yeah, it gets busy, especially if sabay-sabay. Talagang tinatry na lang namin na insert yung mga residents, talagang pure time management para hindi maging gulo-gulo yung shift namin. Mas maganda if yung mga kasamahan mo na staffs is hindi rin lazy, alam na yung buong floor, yung residents. So, as a nursing assistant, na-try ko na lahat ng shifts. So, na-try ko na mag-morning, na-try ko na mag-afternoon, na-try ko na din mag-night shift. Na-try ko na mag-mid shift ng 9 to 7, na-try ko na din mag 9 to 2 yung short shift, na-try ko na din mag-double shift, guys. So, na-try ko na mag-morning and afternoon in one day. Na-try ko na din mag-afternoon and mag-night in one day. So, over. Matinding pangangailangan na po ng pera ang isang kababayan nating Pinoy abroad. So now, I am going to share with you yung tasks naman per shift. Start natin sa 7 to 3. So yung morning staffs, madalas busy yan sa showers kasi most of the residents, morning showers yan sila. So may mga residents na nagprefer na afternoon showers. So yan yung task naman ng afternoon shifters. So yung breakfast namin is 8 a.m. 1 hour lang yung paghahanda namin to breakfast. Actually, hindi pa yan 1 hour, mga around 50 to 45 minutes na lang kasi meron pa kaming handover from the nurses, 10 to 15 minutes maximum. So, as much as possible, binibilisan yung handover para mas mahaba yung oras namin to work before breakfast time. Sa floor, kung nasaan ako permanently, meron kaming around 50 residents in one floor. So, yung morning staffs, dinidivide yung whole floor into 3. So, that's area 1, area 2, and area 3. So, bawat area may 2 staffs. So, of course, yung inuuna namin is yung mga residents na lumalabas at kumakain sa dining. So, minimake sure namin na if they want to have a shower or just a quick wash, inuuna na namin sila para makapunta na agad sila sa dining or ma-transfer namin sila sa dining. Hindi lahat yan ng residents naglalakad or nakakatayo pa. Minsan, may mga hino-hoist na namin like standing hoist, full hoist, Sarah's Taditas transfer pa. So, mas maganda talaga if yung kasama mo din na staffs is marunong na sa lahat ng residents. Kasi it's a big help, especially during busy times. Meron ding mga residents na nagsistay lang sa room and preferred nila mag-shower after na nilang mag-breakfast. So, sa kitchen, yung service namin, first sa dining muna, next one are the tray residents. Tray residents, yung kumakain lang sa room nila. Tapos, binabalikan na namin yung cares after breakfast. Whatever the morning staffs cannot do in the busy times, doon na pumapasok yung short shifters namin, yung nagtatrabaho between 9 to 2. Kasi super busy talaga yung morning. We need help. Yung short shifters namin, of course, may shower sila. Maybe 1-2 residents left. Especially residents na gusto nila na ganitong oras na ako mag-shower. So, sometimes, sa morning shifts, hindi na namin sila mahihintay kasi we also have breaks, diba? Pag na-fall yan into our short breaks or long breaks, nag-a-ask na kami ng help. So, yan yung point kung bakit may short shifters para mag-assist sa morning staffs. Of course, after everything, pag matapos na namin lahat ng cares, naglilinis na kami ng mga skips. Skips, yun yung tawag namin sa waste disposal bins. So, may iba't ibang color kami ng skips. For example, pag white na skip, meaning dun lahat ng towels na nagamit namin during our shift. Pag red, yun yung mga pads, yung mga waste straight to the bin for, collection. Pag green naman, yun yung mga clothes ng residents going to the laundry. Minimake sure namin na malinis siya for the next shift. So, walang iniiwan na kalat na madumi. So, yun yung ginagawa namin before our shift ends. After lunch, it's either their nap time or any lifestyle activity they want to join. Meron din kaming tinatawag na meaningful mates. Yun yung hour na doon nag-i-engage yung mga staffs to the residents. So, nakikipag-usap kami, pumupunta kami sa mga residents room. Yun yung sit-down time namin para mas makilala namin yung mga residents. Sa afternoon shifts naman, between 2 to 9:45, dinner na lang plus supper. May mga residents na gusto nila mag-Milo, mag-drink sila ng milk before going to sleep. May iba nagtiti, so yan yung supper nila. Yung dinner namin, 5 o'clock, yung supper 7 o'clock. However, before 5 o'clock, may mga residents na sinashower naman, yung mga preferred na mag-shower in the afternoon. Doon nagaganap yung cares. May mga residents din na binabalik na namin sa room, pine-prepare na namin, change na namin ng pajamas or nighties nila before dinner time. Yung mga residents na kumakain ng dinner sa room nila. So, yung cares, nangyayari siya from 3 p.m. to 4:30 in the afternoon. Kasi between 4:30 to 5, dun na yung first short break. Depende, kasi in the afternoon, mas lesser yung staffs. Kasi lesser yung pagiging busy. Busy siya, but not as busy as the mornings. Kasi mas madami talagang ganap sa morning, guys. In our floor, 4 to 5 staffs na lang in the afternoon shift. So, between 4:30 or like before dinner time, dapat nakakapag-short break na ka. That's 10 to 15 minutes per staff. After dinner, yan, unti-unti na kami nagsa-start ng cares, making sure na clear na yung dining. Kasi, part ng pagiging nursing assistant, after the meals, nagki-clear out din kami ng mga dishes. So, nilalagay namin sila in one trolley. Parang nagliligpit lang ba for the kitchen staffs to wash. So, that's part of every meals, guys. Sa facility namin, nagsuserve kami ng food sa residents. Let's say, in the dining, nagsuserve kami ng food ng residents. Tapos, after nilang mag-eat, clearing, and then going back to the routine. It's also part of our task per shift. Also, yung mga trays na mga residents, kami yung nagsuserve, kami yung nagko-collect. So yeah, the same thing will happen sa afternoon shifts. But after dinner, yan, bumabalik na kaagad kami sa routine. So between 6 to 7, mostly dun na nagpapa-change yung mga residents into their pajamas. Tas depende na nila, may mga independent residents na sila lang din yung nagbibihis, sila lang yung magde-decide kung kailan sila matutulog. But for residents that need assistance, even one assist to assist, we ask them to change into their pajamas. If they don't want to sleep, they can sit on the chair or just relax in bed, depende mag-watch ba sila ng TV, kasi most of the time nagwa-watch sila ng news or sports. As long as mabihisan na namin sila, nilalagay na namin sila sa bed, okay na. May mga buzzers per room na if they need staffs, they can press the buzzer and then we attend to them. So, yun yung mga kaganapan. But after dinner, make sure namin na nakapag-toothbrush na, nakapag-change na, ready for bedtime. Afternoon is cruisy. Hindi siya the same sa morning na 7 a.m. pak work agad before breakfast kasi may hinahabol na oras. Afternoon stuffs kasi, after the handover, meaningful means. So, parang hindi pa yan straight to cares agad kasi 3 p.m. na kami pinapastart ng care. So, I'd say it's cruisy, less busy, chill lang. Parang hindi ka naghahabol ng oras talaga kasi you have until 9:45 to do everything. Depende sa demand ng residents. May mga residents talaga na very needy, na buzz ng buzz, kailangan i-attend mo. So, AM and PM shifts, may nagaganap dyan na mga toileting, accidents in between, hindi mo maiiwasan. So, may mga pad change na nagaganap from time to time. Kung sino yung residents na mag-need ng care, kailangan mong i-attend. Before kami umalis and before mag-start yung night shift na 9:30, we make sure na kung ano yung mga skips na nagamit namin, kailangan i-clear namin and ihanda namin for the night shift. So yeah, yun yung afternoon shifts. Sa night shift naman, na-try ko mag-night shift sa facility namin. Nung short kami ng staffs, nag-offer ako na, okay, sige mag-night shift ako, i-try ko. Super easy ng job compared to the morning and the afternoon. That's for me ha, kasi isang pad change lang na rounds yung kailangan namin gawin. So that's between 12 midnight to 2 a.m. And hindi lahat ng 50 residents sa floor kailangan mong i-pad change kasi hindi naman yan lahat nagwe-wear ng pads. May mga, siguro sa 50 sa floor namin ha, 10 residents na kailangan lang namin i-change yung pad sa midnight. However, before that, pagka-start ng shift, night shifters are responsible for clearing the skip yung clothing ng residents sa room. Yung mga madudumi na clothes, may skip yan sila, may bag yan sila. So, responsible yung night shifts na kunin pagpuno na or pag-schedule ng resident na mag-change ng bag sa room nila, and sa mga residents na nag-wear ng pads or pull-ups or wrap-arounds, night shifters are responsible for the restocking per room sa mga residents na gumagamit niyan. Third one is yung linens. So, may linen cupboard kami or cabinet na minimake sure ng night shifters na fully stocked siya for the morning staffs to use. So, yun yung 3 first tasks ng night shifters sa facility namin. Sa night shift, pag week talaga ng full moon, guys, ang tagal matulog ng mga resident, guys. Especially yung severe na yung dementia, may behavior sa gabi, stressful talaga yan for night shift people. But if there's none, tulad ng experience ko nung nag-night shift ako, natulog lahat, okay lahat, walang nag-buzzer, walang kaganapan, very easy. So, yung first 3 tasks na na-mention ko before, na matatapos lang namin maybe in an hour and a half. After that, sit down lang kami, check buzzers, we start doing our documentation, piniprepare na namin lahat. Before midnight, my first break kami niyan. Midnight until 1:30 or 2 o'clock, yan, nagpapad change kami. After that, we go for our long break. So, 30 minutes. After our long break, yan, check pa din ng very easy. Around 5 a.m., nagsastart na kami doing the cares kasi may mga residents na gusto nila maaga silang na-shower, maaga silang na-change, maaga silang na-wash. From 5 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., yan, yung mga very early na mga residents, plus yung mga residents na, for example, may scheduled surgery sila ng maaga na kailangan nilang ma-ready before 7 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Part yan ng night shift na job. As much as possible, kung pwede silang i-shower very early para maka-help sa morning staffs na malesen yung mga showers ng morning staffs, binibigay namin yan sa night shift. That's why night shift is from 9:30 to 7:30 a.m. Yung yung ang problema mo lang sa night shift, if hindi ka night person, yung antok. Yun lang yung problema, but very easy compared to morning and afternoon talaga. For me, hindi talaga ako pwede mag-night shift kasi hindi ako nakakatulog sa umaga. Pag nakatulog man ako sa umaga, pilit na pilit siya. When I wake up, ang sakit-sakit ng ulo ko. So, dun ko na-realize na hindi na ako magna-night shift. I like the afternoon shifts. So, yan. Yan yung AM, PM, and night shifts namin. So yeah, that's my job. That's me working in aged care as a nursing assistant. That's only like the main responsibilities I have working as a nursing assistant sa aged care, guys. For my next video, I am going to share with you how working in this industry in aged care helped me personally, dealing with aggression, dealing with residents with dementia, deaths, you know, the learnings about life, especially may mga personal na pinagdaanan ako, how working here helped me as well, you know, go through the dark times of my life din, paano na-divert yung mind ko from my personal problems into working to aged care. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for supporting. I hope I see you on the next vlog. Bye!